Archangel Michael says, you're about to walk into a season you didn't earn, but it's the reward for your endurance. Don't miss this word, my beloved child. Sometimes the universe pauses just for you. The wind stills, the air thickens, and the silence before the breakthrough feels almost unbearable. That's where you are right now, standing at the edge of something divine. And Archangel Michael is whispering this to your soul. You're about to walk into a season you didn't earn, but it's the reward for your endurance. This isn't luck. This isn't chance. It's divine compensation. For every silent tear you cried when no one was watching, for every night you stayed strong when everything inside you wanted to give up, heaven took note. You see, endurance isn't about surviving pain. It's about walking through fire without losing faith. Archangel Michael has been guarding you, fighting unseen battles while you were trying to hold yourself together. You thought nothing was happening, but every delay, every disappointment, every detour was being rewritten in your favor. Heaven's timing is not human timing. The door that was shut wasn't rejection. It was redirection. You weren't being punished. You were being prepared. And now the preparation season is ending. Archangel Michael says, your next chapter is not something you will strive for. It will arrive for you. You don't have to earn this one. Your endurance already wrote the receipt. Think of this moment as a sacred shift, where everything that broke you now becomes the reason you rise higher than ever before. Your prayers have reached a tipping point. The wait has not been wasted. There's a spiritual release happening, and you can already feel it in your dreams, in your thoughts, in the way peace suddenly visits you after long storms. Michael stands beside you, sort of light drawn, clearing the path that once seemed blocked. You will notice doors open easily. People appear at the right time. Opportunities that felt impossible start calling your name. This is not coincidence. It's divine alignment. The universe is saying, you've passed the test. You stayed when walking away was easier. Now it's time to receive what endurance has earned you. And my beloved child, when you start stepping into this new season, don't doubt it. Don't question why it's happening. Don't think you don't deserve it. Because the truth is you do. The struggle was your seed. The endurance was your soil. And now the harvest is coming not because of your effort, but because of your faith. So listen carefully. This message is your confirmation. Archangel Michael is not speaking of a distant miracle. He's speaking of the immediate one. Something in your life is about to shift. A call, a message, an unexpected opportunity. It's already set in motion. You've cried enough. You've waited enough. Now it's heaven's turn to move. Stay alert. Signs will appear. Repeated numbers, a sudden calm, dreams that feel real. They are not random. They're signals that your season you didn't earn is already unfolding. Something divine is coming your way. And when it does, everything will start making sense. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, you might be wondering how a reward you didn't earn can still belong to you. But Archangel Michael wants you to understand something powerful. Grace doesn't follow logic. Grace breaks the rules that once limited you. It enters when your strength has run out, when your efforts have failed, and when your faith is the only thing still holding you up. This next season of your life isn't a result of your perfection. It's the result of your persistence. You didn't earn it through performance. You received it through endurance. That's the language heaven understands. Faith that refuses to die even when hope seems impossible. Archangel Michael have been watching over you like a soldier guarding a hidden treasure. There were times you thought you were being punished, but in truth you were being protected. Every delay saved you from something that wasn't aligned with your destiny. You may not see the full picture yet, but when the pieces fall together, you'll realize that what didn't work out was never meant to break you. It was meant to build your strength for what's coming now. Heaven is shifting things faster than you can comprehend. Archangel Michael says the tables are about to turn. Not slightly, but completely. The same situations that made you cry are about to make you smile. The same doors that were shut are going to swing open with favor you didn't even ask for. This isn't fantasy. This is divine justice. The scales are being balanced in your favor because you chose light when darkness surrounded you. You didn't curse your pain. You kept moving through it. And that endurance has become your currency in heaven. When Archangel Michael says, "You're about to walk into a season you didn't earn," it's not a statement of luck. It's a declaration of divine repayment. Every unseen sacrifice, every quiet prayer, every moment of strength that went unnoticed by people was noticed by heaven. You stayed faithful in the invisible season. And now God is about to make your blessing visible to the world. But listen closely, my beloved child. When this shift begins, it will happen suddenly. There won't be any warning. One moment you'll feel ordinary and the next you'll find yourself standing in the middle of everything you once prayed for. The reason Archangel Michael urges you not to fear the speed of change is because your soul has already been prepared. You've been trained through storms to stand in the sunlight without losing humility. Do not be surprised if certain people begin to fade from your life in this season. Archangel Michael is clearing space around you. Some connections were only meant to exist in your old chapter, not your new one. The people who misunderstood your silence will soon witness your transformation. And they'll realize that what was breaking you was actually birthing something divine. You are not losing people. You are being elevated to a frequency where only those aligned with your destiny can follow. And while you walk through this transition, remember to stay grounded in gratitude. Gratitude attracts more miracles. Each thank you whispered to the universe multiplies what is coming. Every time you acknowledge the small blessings, you are signaling heaven that you are ready for the larger ones. Archangel Michael wants you to know that the universe responds fastest to thankful hearts. So as you step into this new energy, speak words of faith over your life. Say it aloud. I am walking into divine favor. I am ready for blessings I did turn. I receive what my endurance has prepared me for. When you speak like this, you align your vibration with the very frequency of miracles. Remember, miracles don't come to those who chase. They come to those who align. You may feel an inner stirring lately. mix of peace and anticipation. As if something unseen is getting closer. That's the sign. That's Archangel Michael preparing your spirit. The angelic realm is moving around you. Organizing events, aligning circumstances, and sending people who will help open the next doors of your destiny. You are not alone. You are divinely guided. And even when you don't see the movement, the spiritual realm is busy on your behalf. There's a divine reason you're hearing this message right now. You were guided here because you needed confirmation. That tug in your heart is not imagination. It's validation. Archangel Michael wants you to know that the time for endurance has ended and the time for reward has begun. You are giving him from waiting for it to walking in it. You are crossing from preparation into manifestation. So before we go any further, take a deep breath. Feel the weight of the past lifting off your shoulders. The stress, the confusion, the worry, all of it is losing its power because this next chapter doesn't require the same fight. The war is already won. Archangel Michael has gone ahead of you, clearing paths, breaking chains, and preparing encounters that will confirm your divine turnaround. Now, as you receive this message, I want you to do one small act of faith. Share this message with someone who needs hope right now. Leave a comment declaring, "My new season begins." Subscribe so that you never miss the divine words meant to strengthen your soul. Sometimes heaven uses one message to change not just one life, but thousands. Be the vessel through which this divine energy travels. The light is shifting in your favor, my beloved child. You've cried your last tears of confusion. You've endured your longest nights. Now every dawn will carry whispers of blessing. Archangel Michael stands by your side, saying, "The waiting is over." What's coming next will not be something you struggle to keep. It will be something sustained by grace itself. You will see it unfold effortlessly, doors open, hearts soften, opportunities arrive. And when you see these things happen, remember they are not random. They are the visible results of invisible endurance. Hold your faith high and your heart humble. For the heavens are opening. Your story is about to become someone else's proof that miracles are real. Stay till the end. Something extraordinary is about to be revealed. My beloved child, there's a sacred stillness that comes right before divine acceleration. It's the moment where time feels like it's standing still, where you wonder if anything is moving at all. But in that stillness, heaven is busy, rearranging everything that was once against you. Archangel Michael wants you to understand, silence is not absence, it's preparation. What looks like nothing happening is often the exact moment when everything is aligning perfectly behind the veil. You see, divine timing has its own rhythm. It moves slower than impatience but faster than despair. There were days you felt forgotten. Days, you wondered if your prayers were lost in the air. But Archangel Michael has been standing guard beside your name, carrying your petitions to the throne and whispering. They have endured long enough. That whisper has become a decree. And that decree is now turning into manifestation. When the universe decides your time has come, no force, no person, and no situation can stop it. Every obstacle becomes fuel for your miracle. Every rejection becomes a routing to something far greater. Heaven's orchestration is not random. It is precise, mathematical, and divine. You thought certain people walked away because they didn't care. But truthfully, they were removed because they couldn't handle the version of you that was about to rise. Archangel Michael says the season ahead will shock even you. You'll look back and wonder how the storm turned into stability. How pain turned into power. How delay became divine redirection. This is not just a blessing. This is a full circle moment. Every lesson you learned through tears is about to bear fruit. Nothing was wasted. Not one moment of endurance went unnoticed. Heaven wrote it all down. And now heaven is releasing the reward. You are walking into what I call the acceleration zone. It's where everything that was slow suddenly becomes instant. Answers come faster. Doors open wider. People appear at the perfect time. This one is where your spiritual alignment meets divine momentum. You won't have to chase. Blessings will begin to locate you. The energy shift will be so tangible that even your environment will feel different, lighter, brighter, more alive. But as this happens, my beloved child, remember this truth. Favor is not meant to inflate your pride. It's meant to magnify your purpose. The abundance coming your way is not just for you, but through you. You are about to become a vessel of divine impact, touching lives, changing hearts, and carrying light into spaces that once felt dark. This is why the waiting was long. Heaven needed to shape your character to match the magnitude of your calling. Archangel Michael is stepping closer now. Not as a distant guardian, but as a companion in this new journey. You might feel chills or a sudden warmth when you think of this message. That's the energy of divine presence. It's heaven confirming that the words reaching your ears are not mere comfort. They are a prophecy in motion. You are being ushered into a time of ease after endurance. What you sowed in tears, you will now reap in laughter. Every setback was a setup. Every loss was preparation for a gain so extraordinary that you'll look back and thank the pain. You will soon realize that what was removed from your life was never rejection. It was divine protection. The things that didn't work out were not failures. They were filters. Heaven filtered out the noise so that you could hear your true calling. And when the first wave of blessings arrives, Archangel Michael says to hold on to humility, celebrate quietly, honor openly, and continue to walk in grace, because the greatest evidence of spiritual maturity is gratitude, not greed. When you receive, share. When you rise, lift others. When you shine, illuminate the path for those still walking through their shadows. Before you step further into this shift, take a moment to speak light over your life. Say these words softly to yourself. I am ready for divine acceleration. I receive what endurance has earned. I trust the timing of heaven. Words have energy, and when spoken in faith, they become the vibration that magnetizes miracles. Archangel Michael responds to faith-filled declarations. Your voice is the key that unlocks what your heart has been waiting for. There's also a reason you've been feeling detached from certain environments. That's because your energy is ascending. You are outgrowing spaces that once felt comfortable. Do not resist it. Archangel Michael is leading you out of small rooms because your purpose requires a larger stage. You are not being isolated. You are being elevated. The discomfort you feel is not punishment. It's spiritual stretching. The next version of you needs more space to breathe, more faith to walk, more trust to rise. The heavens have seen your long nights of questioning and your quiet moments of strength. You stood firm when life tried to break you. You believed even when belief felt like a burden. And now the angels are rejoicing. Your name is being mentioned in divine conversations. Your story is being rewritten in gold ink. So, my beloved child, as this season of divine fulfillment begins, don't hide your light anymore. You've been prepared for visibility. The time for shadows has ended. Step boldly into your purpose and let the world see what endurance looks like when rewarded by grace. And now, if this message resonates in your spirit, take a moment, share it with someone who needs to be reminded that their waiting is purpose. Leave a comment declaring, "My season of acceleration has begun." Subscribe to stay aligned with the divine words meant to lift your soul higher. Every share, every comment, every act of faith creates ripples of light that travel far beyond what you can imagine. You are entering a chapter where miracles will no longer be rare. They will be regular. Where peace will no longer visit occasionally. It will dwell permanently. Where love will no longer hurt. It will heal. Archangel Michael stands ready. And all of heaven is watching with joy. What's coming next will prove that endurance always wins in the end. Don't skip. Something unimaginable is about to unfold before your eyes. My beloved child, do you feel it? That quiet shift in the atmosphere around you. It's subtle, almost like a whisper brushing against your spirit, but it's real. The air feels different because heaven has already begun to move. Archangel Michael stands closer than ever, his wings wrapping around you like a shield of light. He speaks softly now, saying, "What you're walking into is not luck. It's legacy. Everything you've endured was shaping you for this very moment. And now the divine reward is unfolding with precision that only heaven could design." There were seasons when you thought nothing made sense. You asked, "Why me? Why now? Why this pain?" But the truth is, the pain was not a punishment. It was an initiation. Every heartbreak, every closed door, every lonely night carved strength into your soul. The endurance you built has become the foundation that your miracle will stand on. Archangel Michael wants you to know that your story is about to turn from survival into testimony. The things that once tried to destroy you will soon become the proof of how unstoppable divine favor truly is. As you step into this new chapter, you will begin to notice divine patterns appearing everywhere. Small coincidences that aren't coincidences at all. The right people will start showing up without you seeking them. The right opportunities will begin to chase you instead of you chasing them. That's how heaven works. It doesn't just bless you. It aligns everything around you to sustain the blessing. But Archangel Michael warns you about one thing. Do not allow fear to accompany your elevation. Fear is the only thing that can slow divine momentum. You have been conditioned by struggle for so long that ease might feel unfamiliar. Don't mistake peace for passivity or blessings for illusions. The good things coming your way are not too good to be true. They are too divine to be denied. You are now standing at a sacred threshold. Once you cross it, you will never go back to who you used to be. This is a one-way path toward purpose, a divine corridor where every step you take echoes with power and grace. The universe itself is shifting in your favor because the frequency of your soul has aligned with divine timing. This is the spiritual zone where miracles don't just happen, they multiply. And as you walk through this transformation, remember that gratitude will be your armor. Each time you say thank you, even for the smallest blessing, you expand the space within your spirit to receive more. Gratitude is not just an emotion, it's a vibration that heaven recognizes as permission to pour more abundance. So start and end every day in acknowledgement of what you already have. The more thankful you are, the more reasons you'll find to remain thankful. Archangel Michael says that there will also be moments of testing in the midst of this blessing. Not tests of suffering, but tests of stability. Can you stay humble when you are celebrated? Can you remain kind when you are elevated? Can you continue to give when you finally have more than enough? These questions are not meant to intimidate you, but to prepare you. Heaven's goal is not to make you powerful. It's to make you purposeful. And now, as you feel this divine message sinking deeper into your heart, take a moment to breathe. Breathe in light. Breathe out fear. You are safe. You are protected. You are guided. Every breath you take is charged with angelic energy. Archangel Michael surrounds you with a shield of blue flame, cutting away the ties to doubt, insecurity, and the weight of your past. The spiritual heaviness that once clouded your path is dissolving now, replaced by divine clarity and renewed confidence. What is about to unfold in your life will seem austral at first. Doors that once refused to open will not just unlock. They will swing wide with grace. Projects that seem stagnant will suddenly move forward with divine speed. People who once ignored your presence will begin to recognize your light. Archangel Michael calls this the unveiling. The hidden version of you, the one heaven had been shaking all along, is about to be revealed to the world. You won't need to prove yourself. Your presence will speak for itself. And when the world begins to notice your rise, remember this moment. Remember the nights you cried but didn't quit. Remember the battles you fought in silence. Remember how you held on when everything inside you said to let go. That was the season that earned you this one. You didn't earn it by effort. You earned it by endurance. This new chapter isn't a reward for performance. It's a divine recognition of perseverance. So my beloved child, if these words are touching something deep within your heart, don't keep them to yourself. Share this message. Someone else might be standing where you once stood, needing hope as much as you needed it. Leave a comment declaring, "I'm walking into my divine season." And make sure you subscribe so these heavenly reminders continue to reach you. You never know how your small act of faith could ignite someone else's breakthrough. Archangel Michael reminds you that this new season is not about effort. It's about flow. You are stepping into alignment where everything comes naturally. The right doors will find you, the right opportunities will recognize you, and the right people will join you. You don't have to chase what's already destined for you. The divine current is carrying you exactly where you need to go. Heaven is smiling over your endurance. Await with the reward will be anger. The pain were deep, but the peace will be deeper. The tears were many, but the joy will overflow. Every delay was divine protection, every disappointment was divine direction, and every unanswered prayer was being answered in a higher way. Now stand tall in your truth. Archangel Michael is saying to you, rise, child of light. For your wings are ready. You are not who you used to be. You are who you were always meant to become. Step forward with faith and let grace lead the way. Something greater than you've ever imagined is unfolding right now. Stay till the end because the next revelation will shake your spirit with divine awe. My beloved child, when heaven decides that your time has come, it won't ask for permission from your past. It will simply open the doors that were once locked and illuminate paths you never knew existed. Archangel Michael wants you to understand that your life is about to take a divine turn, not one of chaos, but of divine orchestration. Everything that once felt delayed will begin to align with breathtaking precision. You've entered a season where your name will be mentioned in rooms you've never stepped into and blessings will start chasing you faster than you can comprehend. Archangel Michael speaks clearly. You are being remembered. The universe never forgets endurance. Every seed of faith you planted during your darkest hours has taken root. And now those roots are bursting through the soil of time. What once looked like buried dreams were simply being nourished in silence. You thought you were being ignored, but heaven was watering your unseen blessings. Now, as divine timing unfolds, everything hidden will begin to bloom in full view. It's important now to prepare your heart for expansion. Your comfort zone will no longer fit the size of your destiny. Growth always requires space. And sometimes that means releasing what you once clung to. The friendships that faded, the opportunities that disappeared, the chapters that ended, they weren't losses. They were clearings. Archangel Michael has been gently removing anything that could not sustain your new level. You are not stepping backward. You are stepping higher. Heaven has assigned this season as your harvest of endurance. Every hardship you overcame, every moment of silence you survived, every day you chose faith over fear, they all contributed to this very moment. You're not lucky. You're aligned. The universe isn't giving you something new. It's giving back everything that was delayed. Every moment you thought was wasted is now being redeemed in multiplied form. Archangel Michael reminds you that the angels are already surrounding your path. If you've been waking up at unusual hours, feeling chills, sensing light, or hearing whispers of reassurance, those are not coincidences. Those are confirmations. The spiritual realm is closer than it has ever been. The veil between heaven and earth thins in moments of divine acceleration. And that's exactly what you're experiencing. You are walking under an open heaven. Every word you speak in faith now carries extraordinary power. Speak life over yourself daily. Say aloud, everything meant for me is fighting me now. My endurance has unlocked divine reward. I am walking in purpose, guided by light, protected by Archangel Michael. The vibration of your voice carries creative energy. When you speak faith, you summon the future. You are not just living through this transformation. You are shaping it with your words. You may have noticed certain things in your life coming to a close lately. A job that no longer fits. A friendship that fades without reason. An opportunity that suddenly dissolves. Don't grieve these shifts, my beloved child. Archangel Michael is clearing distractions to make space for destiny. The closing of old doors is not rejection. It is redirection. You are being guided toward divine alignment. And the universe knows what must leave before the blessing arrives. And now, as you begin to step into this phase of blessing, you'll notice something miraculous. The peace that you once chased will start chasing you. Peace will not be a visitor anymore. It will become a resident within your soul. The same situations that once triggered fear will now inspire faith. You'll look around and realize that your reactions have changed, your energy has shifted, and your confidence has been restored. That is what transformation feels like. It's not loud. It's peaceful. Archangel Michael also wants to remind you of something vital. Do not shrink yourself when favor finds you. So many people, when finally blessed, apologize for their breakthrough. They downplay their joy, their success, their miracles. But this time you must stand tall. You must own the grace that's been given to you. You didn't stumble into this. You were chosen for it. Humility is not hiding your light. It's using it to help others find their own. And speaking of light, now is your moment to become a beacon for others. The very experiences that tested you have equipped you to guide others out of their own darkness. You survived not to stay silent, but to speak. Share your story. Share your hope. Share this message with someone who is still in their waiting season. Comment below, "My light is rising." And share this word to remind another soul that endurance always leads to elevation. Subscribe so these divine reminders can continue to reach you. Every share is an act of faith that echoes through the spiritual realm. As you move forward, the divine signs will multiply. Feathers appearing out of nowhere, sudden warmth in your hands, flickers of light in your room, or dreams that feel more real than reality itself. These are not aliens. They are affirmations that are chained to Michael, and his legion of angels are near. The path before you is protected. No weapon formed against you can stand, because divine authority surrounds your every step. You are not the same person who started this journey. You've been refined by fire, shaped by faith. And now you are ready for fulfillment. You no longer walk with uncertainty. You walk with destiny. The road ahead may surprise you, but it will not scare you. Every twist and turn will reveal new layers of blessing. Archangel Michael promises that every no from the past was saving room for a far greater yes. So as you step into the days ahead, do it with boldness. Hold your head high, knowing that endurance was never meant to break you. It was meant to build you. The divine realm applauds your strength. You did quit when you could have, and that alone made you unstoppable. Now the floodgates of favor are opening and the blessings will come so naturally that you'll finally understand what it means to walk under heaven's rhythm. The light is already breaking through. A long night is over. This is your dawn, my beloved child, and nothing can dim it. You are walking into a season written by divine hands, wrapped in grace, guarded by Archangel Michael himself. Don't skip. Something miraculous is about to be revealed in the next moment. My beloved child. There's a sacred calm that settles before every miracle. A divine stillness that almost feels unreal. That's where you are now, standing in the silence before the sound of your breakthrough. Archangel Michael is watching closely, his eyes filled with a knowing light. He whispers, "Do not mistake the pause for delay. It's the moment before divine acceleration. Everything you've waited for, prayed for, and cried over is aligning beneath the surface. Heaven moves quietly before it moves suddenly. You have been walking by faith for so long that it became your second nature. You learned to smile even when you didn't understand the pain. You held on even when every reason to give up surrounded you. And now the universe is echoing the words, "It's time. Time for restoration. Time for reward. Time for revelation." Archangel Michael stands with his sword raised high, cutting away the final remnants of the old season that tried to keep you bound. Every spiritual chain that once limited your progress is breaking. The weight that held you down is lifting. You are rising. But hear this clearly. Your rise won't be quiet. The same people who overlooked you will witness your transformation. The ones who doubted your purpose will see proof of divine favor. Archangel Michael says, "What was hidden will now be revealed." Your light is too radiant to remain unseen any longer. You've graduated from a season of preparation to a season of presentation. The world is about to meet the version of you that heaven has been shaping in secret. And now is the time to move with confidence, not caution. This is not the hour for hesitation. This is the moment to walk boldly into every open door. Knowing that Archangel Michael has already gone before you, removing obstacles and aligning outcomes. You won't have to fight to prove your worth. Divine favor will speak louder than words. Opportunities will unfold naturally. People will feel drawn to your energy, without understanding why. That's because divine light is irresistible. What heaven marks you, earth recognizes you. And yet even in this abundance, remain anchored in gratitude. Gratitude will guard your blessing. The more thankful you are, the more heaven entrusts you with. Each thank you you whisper is like a key unlocking another layer of blessing. Gratitude is the language angels respond to. It tells heaven that you understand the purpose behind your reward. Archangel Michael says, "Gratitude multiplies miracles." Now, listen carefully. This is important. In this new season, your energy will attract both light and shadow. Not everyone who smiles at your success will celebrate it. But do not be afraid. Archangel Michael is your defender. You don't need to argue, prove, or retaliate. Just remain still and let heaven vindicate you. Every arrow sent your way will return to its source with lessons of humility. Divine protection is your inheritance. No harm can find you when you walk under the covering of the Archangel's light. As you continue to rise, remember what sustained you: faith, patience, and prayer. Don't abandon these foundations now that the reward has appeared. Keep praying even when everything is good, because prayer is what maintains what blessings begin. Keep believing even when miracles become normal, because faith is what keeps heaven's flow consistent. And keep your heart humble, because humility is the gatekeeper of grace. Archangel Michael reminds you that this blessing is not random. It is intentional. You are not just receiving something. You are becoming something. You are becoming a vessel through which others will find hope. The endurance that carried you will now become the light that guides others. When people see your transformation, they will feel the presence of something greater. Not luck, but divine purpose. And that's exactly what heaven intended. You are not just stepping into a new chapter. You're stepping into a new dimension of being. The version of you that struggled to believe is gone. The version of you that doubted your worth is gone. You've been reborn through endurance. Archangel Michael calls you a carrier of light. You are meant to inspire hope, restore faith, and remind others that the impossible is possible. Every scar you carry now shines as proof of victory. And as the days unfold, you'll begin to notice a sense of divine peace resting over everything. Even things that once caused anxiety will now bring understanding. You'll stop asking why me? And start saying thank you. That's the power of transformation. It doesn't erase your past, it redeems it. Every moment that once hurt will now make sense as you see how it prepared you for this divine arrival. So stand tall, my beloved child. Lift your head and let your spirit rise. The light of heaven has already crowned you. Archangel Michael stands beside you, whispering, "Move forward. You're unstoppable." The blessings ahead will not just surprise you. They will sustain you. The promise has matured and the reward has arrived. Stay till the end. Something divine and life-changing is waiting to be revealed. My beloved child, the light that surrounds you now is not the same light you carried before. It has changed, brighter, stronger, wiser. It carries the mark of every trial you survived and every tear you've transformed into prayer. Archangel Michael stands near, his wings stretching wide, filling your space with divine warmth. He says, "You have reached the threshold of fulfillment. What you once hoped for is now becoming your reality. The season you are stepping into will feel like walking through a dream that has suddenly come alive. Except this time, it's not imagination. It's divine manifestation. For so long, you have been in a battle between who you were and who you are meant to be. At internal tension. Those silent conflicts in your spirit were not signs of confusion. They were signs of transformation. The old version of you was dissolving while the new one was emerging. Archangel Michael wants you to understand that you are no longer being tested. You are now being trusted. Heaven trusts you with influence, abundance, and peace because you have proven that your heart will remain pure even when your circumstances change. Every door that opens from this point forward has divine fingerprints on it. You won't need to knock hard. You won't need to beg. You'll simply find yourself in the right place at the right time, speaking the right words to the right people. This what divine alignment looks like. Effort replaced by flow, struggle replaced by grace. The obstacles that used to slow you down will now serve as stepping stones beneath your feet. What once seemed like resistance will now feel like propulsion. You are being divinely accelerated into your destiny. Archangel Michael says that you must not underestimate the power of your presence. There is a glow around you now. Even if you can't see it, people will begin to sense something extraordinary when they're near you. It's not ego, it's energy. The vibration of heaven itself moving through your being. This light will draw both those who are meant to walk with you and those who are curious but not aligned. The key is discernment. Not everyone who admires your light is ready to walk in it. Guard your energy the way you once guarded your hope. You are sacred ground now, and not everyone deserves access to that level of grace. As you rise into this new season, you will also begin to receive divine ideas. Inspiration will strike suddenly in dreams, in moments of silence, even in the middle of ordinary tasks. Archangel Michael encourages you to write them down. These are not random thoughts. They are divine instructions. Each one is a seed of purpose waiting for your faith to plant it. Do not doubt the creativity that flows through you, because it is heaven's way of expanding your reach on earth. The divine doesn't only bless you with gifts. It gives you assignments. Your ideas are not just for you. They are for those whose lives will be touched by your obedience. This is also a time to release every lingering remnant of guilt, shame, and regret. Archangel Michael says, you cannot carry the weight of the past into the light of your future. You are forgiven, free, and chosen. Every mistake has already been transformed into wisdom. Every wound has already turned into a doorway for empathy. The power of endurance is not only in surviving pain but in transmuting it into compassion. That's what makes you divine in spirit. Your ability to love even after loss, to hope even after heartbreak, to trust even after betrayal. You are not broken. You are rebuilt. Archangel Michael wants you to know that the victory ahead is not temporary. It's eternal. This is a depassing blessing. It's a permanent shift. You've been rewired for abundance, realigned with purpose, and restored to peace. The things that once drained your energy will now have no access to your spirit. You've ascended beyond the vibration of struggle. You live now in the vibration of grace. And, when moments of doubt try to return, remember this. You didn't survive everything you did just to question your worth. You survived so that you could finally live freely. So breathe deeply, lift your head and walk forward with divine confidence. Heaven is not preparing something for you. Heaven has already prepared you for it. This is your moment, my beloved child. The light that shines on you now is the promise fulfilled. The storm has passed. The path is clear. And your destiny is unfolding before your very eyes. Don't skip. The revelation that follows will unlock something sacred within you. My beloved child, when the light of heaven begins to shine through your life, it doesn't just change your path, it transforms the atmosphere around you. Everything you touch begins to awaken. The places where you once felt small now feel sacred. You begin to sense that life is not happening to you but through you. Archangel Michael stands by you. His voice strong yet filled with tenderness. Whispering, you have finally stepped into your divine rhythm. Now everything will start to make sense. For years, you carrying questions that seemed unanswered. You asked why certain things fell apart, why some people left, why your prayers seemed delayed. But now as the puzzle pieces come together, you see that it was all divine choreography. Heaven wasn't ignoring you. It was arranging everything for your highest good. The setbacks that once broke your heart were actually redirections to your divine alignment. Archangel Michael wants you to look back not with pain, but with understanding. Because every closed door was heaven's way of guiding you toward the one that opens with purpose. You have become a vessel of faith, a living testimony that endurance is never wasted. The energy within you has shifted from survival to creation. You are not just living anymore. You are co-creating with the divine. Archangel Michael says that the universe now moves in harmony with your heart. What once required struggle will now happen with ease. What once felt delayed will now arrive right on time. Divine alignment feels like flow, effortless, peaceful, and purposeful. And that's where you are now. Still, the Archangel reminds you that new blessings bring new responsibilities. The greater your light, the stronger your need for balance. Do not allow the pace of progress to rush your peace. The divine doesn't move in haste. It moves in harmony. Take time to rest, to breathe, to reconnect with your spirit. The blessings coming your way are meant to be enjoyed, not rushed through. You've spent so long fighting to survive that you may need to relearn how to simply live. Give yourself permission to rest in the miracle. The people who will enter your life in this season will carry purpose. Each connection will serve as a divine appointment. You will find that conversations turn into revelations, encounters turn into breakthroughs, and opportunities arise from unexpected directions. Archangel Michael says, you are magnetizing destiny. Your energy has become a beacon of light calling in everything that is meant for your evolution. Trust that what arrives is guided and what leaves is released for a reason. You'll also start noticing that your intuition is sharper than ever. The quiet voice within. The gentle nudges, the dreams that feel like messages, they are all signs of your heightened connection to the divine. You are becoming fluent in the language of spirit. Don't dismiss what you feel, even if it doesn't make logical sense. Archangel Michael says that logic will lead you to comfort, but intuition will lead you to destiny. You've outgrown the need to understand everything. Now you walk by knowing, not by sight. The power of your words has also grown stronger. What you speak now carries divine weight. Heaven responds to the frequency of your declarations. That's why Archangel Michael urges you to speak life over yourself daily. Wake up each morning and affirm, I am walking in my divine promise. I am guided, protecting, and favored. My endurance has activated my inheritance. These aren't just affirmations. They are keys unlocking new doors. When you speak, heaven listens. If this message resonates within your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Share this message with someone who feels forgotten. Leave a comment below saying, "My divine timing has arrived." And make sure to subscribe so these angelic messages continue to find you exactly when you need them. Every time you share light, heaven expands your own. You were not called to hide. You were called to illuminate or change. Michael stands taller now, his presence radiating strength. He looks upon you with pride, saying, "You've done it. You've crossed through endurance into abundance. The spiritual chains are gone. The heaviness that used to surround you has been replaced with clarity. You are no longer the same soul who began this journey. You have evolved into the embodiment of divine grace. From this point on, miracles will not surprise you. They will be your new normal. The world around you is already responding to your elevation. Watch closely in the coming days. You'll notice divine patterns, opportunities reappearing, old dreams resurfacing, doors reopening. That's not coincidence. That's completion. What once felt unfinished is being divinely concluded. This is the season where everything lost is returned in higher form. You are ready now more than ever. Archangel Michael whispers, "Walk forward without fear, for you carry the light of victory." You are walking proof that endurance is rewarded, that faith is never forgotten, and that every season of waiting ends with wonder. Stay till the end. What unfolds next will take your breath away. My beloved child, take a deep breath and feel the air move through your lungs. That too is a sign of grace. Every heartbeat, every quiet inhale, every gentle exhale is a whisper from heaven saying, "You made it. The storm is over. The long season of endurance has fulfilled its purpose. Now you stand at the gates of divine reward, and Archangel Michael watches you, with a look of fierce love and pride. He says softly, "You've carried the weight. Now it's time to carry the crown." This is the moment all those silent nights were leading to. The times when you questioned if heaven had forgotten you were not wasted, they were the sculpting of your soul. Every tear softened your heart. Every disappointment redirected your destiny. Every heartbreak hollowed out space inside you. Space that is now being filled with divine peace and clarity. You were never being punished. You were being perfected. The fire didn't destroy you. It revealed the gold that was hidden within. Now, my beloved child, heaven is opening its floodgates over you. The blessings coming your way will not come one by one. They will arrive all at once like a tide that can no longer be held back. You will find yourself walking through open doors with ease, surrounded by opportunities that fit you perfectly. This is not coincidence. This is completion. The cycle has turned in your favor and the divine balance of your life has been restored. Archangel Michael's message is clear. You are stepping into a season you did not earn, but one your endurance has unlocked. It means this isn't a reward for work. It's a recognition of faith. Heaven is honoring your perseverance. You stay when others walked away. You believed when logic said to give up. You held on to the promise even when you couldn't see the proof. And because of that, you are now walking in the light of fulfillment. You might feel an unfamiliar sense of calm settling inside you. That's divine confirmation. This peace isn't the absence of struggle. It's the presence of destiny. Archangel Michael says that from this moment forward, your spirit will no longer be driven by fear, but guided by flow. You won't need to chase what's already yours. You'll simply attract it by being aligned with the truth of who you are. The blessings will recognize your energy before you even arrive. Heaven has written your name in this chapter with golden ink. There will be no more striving, only receiving, no more confusion, only clarity, no more scarcity, allurio. You've entered into what Archangel Michael calls the grace season. A time when effort meets divine ease. When prayers turn into reality faster than you can comprehend. Miracles will now feel natural because you have finally learned to trust without tension. Look around, my beloved child. You are standing in answered prayers. The life you used to dream about is quietly taking shape around you. The people, the opportunities, the timing, all of it had been orchestrated perfectly. You don't need to question it anymore. You don't need to wonder if you deserve it. You do. You deserve every bit of joy, every ounce of love, every drop of abundance that's finding its way to you. You endured long enough. Now it's time to enjoy what you've earned through faith. But remember, this is not just about receiving. It's about radiating. The light within you is not meant to be kept. It's meant to be shared. Every person you touch from now on should feel a trace of heaven in your presence. Your words will heal. Your smile will comfort. Your energy will awaken others who have forgotten their own power. Archangel Michael calls you a carrier of hope. That is your divine assignment now, to live so fully in faith that others remember theirs. You will start to notice that you attract those who are still in their waiting seasons. They will look at you and feel peace. They will sense something different. Not perfection, but presence. And when they ask how you made it through, you'll tell them what Archangel Michael told you. Endurance is never wasted. Every storm teaches you how to stand in sunlight. That's how your story becomes someone else's roadmap to redemption. So, my beloved child, as this message draws to its sacred close, let gratitude be your anthem. Wake up every morning and say, "Thank you for the light. Thank you for the peace. Thank you for the path that brought me here." Gratitude will keep your blessings flowing and your heart pure. The more you thank heaven, the more heaven will trust you with. You are now a living reflection of divine faithfulness, a soul that endured and emerged radiant. Archangel Michael stands before you now, placing a hand over your heart. You might feel warmth as you read these words, or a gentle pressure in your chest. That's his energy sealing this moment. He speaks one final promise. Nothing will be lost. Everything meant for you will find you. And when it does, it will feel like home. Walk forward with confidence, my beloved child. You've crossed the threshold. The waiting season has ended and the era of fulfillment has begun. No longer do you walk through the valley of uncertainty. You walk through the garden of answered prayers. Every step from this point forward will echo with grace. Every day will carry proof that the divine never forgets endurance. You have arrived not just into a new season but into your true self. The man heaven always knew you would become. The one who walks in light, speaks in love, and lives in peace. Archangel Michael smiles, his wings unfurling behind you like dawn breaking over the horizon. Yo, he says softly, shine. The world has waited for your light. And with that, my beloved child, the prophecy is complete. This is your moment. This is your miracle. This is your divine reward.